man.
Yeah, I
ain't gonna lie to you, he's a beautiful man.
He is very beautiful.
Yeah, he a beautiful man. So you feel kind of weird, like, yo, you mad beautiful. but you can't call him handsome, but you gotta call him beautiful. So then he's so talented, so you kind of forget about the shit.
Yeah.
Because he's mad beautiful, but then you be like, yo, damn, you beautiful. So it's just weird. Yeah.
Okay.
What? Okay, I don't know if you guys secretly just said you had a crush on Sunny Kiss, but that was weird.
That's a classic clip.
I will forever love that clip because, like, you can just see the raw, like, feelings and emotions from everybody involved. Because I was very like, are these niggas serious right now? Like, what is going on here?
What up, big dogs?
What's going on? Good afternoon. Let everyone come into the chat. Shout out to anyone watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live. If we on the Bluebird still live, everybody coming into the chat. We got some things to talk about this week in wrestling. We are now officially on the road to WrestleMania. And it is going to be #GeekMania. We're going to talk about the winners of the 2025 Royal Rumble along with some other things going on in the wrestling world. But before we do get started, let's talk about a few things that happened previously. Once again, shout out to Brother Greatness that was on the show last week, and he had his amazing show this past weekend.
Facts.
Here in New York. Mrblacc, tell us a little bit about that show since you were there.
I met a lot of like wrestlers that I never know I ever met, like the Marbury dude, the one who just like who doing basketball moves in the ring and shit like that. You seen this clip?
There's a nigga that does Marbury?
Like he does basketball moves. His last name is Marbury. Like you seen his clips with the fro. Yo, he is this dude. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on.
Okay.
Fuck, I deleted it. Fuck. But yeah, I met him. Karen was there. Stan Michaels, I got his CD. You feel me?
Oh, did he sign it?
Nah, I forgot him to sign it. Yeah, that's how I see him. Got his CD. He put on a great match with Supernova. I ref that shit was fire. A-Gang, son. The main event he was in, son. Fire, son. Fire. Like the whole car was fire. Brother Greatness did great. The whole car was good. Like, let's see my people. Like, prolific Ty. It was a prolific versus Shotgun. That was a good match. I ref that shit too. So it was a great night, man. Shout out to Brother Greatness. It was a great show, man. Support your Black history. Support your local indie. Support your local indies. Speaking of that, man, we got Battle Club. Get right.
Yes, our first show of 2025 is gonna be upon us in about 2 weeks' time, where we will have that's on Yahya too. We will have our franchise champion Yahya the Gifted One going against Jorge Santi for once again the Battle Club Pro Franchise Championship. We also have our tag team titles up for grabs. JTP South representing, going against Federated. And then we got a triple threat going on. Looks like title for title, Icons and Fallout Shelter Championship will be up for grabs. Shout out to Savannah Evans. I had watched Impact last night, and I'm gonna talk about how that went down too. I had watched that, and she won the Battle Royal to be the #1 contender to go against Masha for the knockout title. So shout outs to her. Going against Cosmic and Sammy Chaos in the building. We got Jocko going against Mike Law, going against Joseph Alexander. So another triple threat for the Nemesis Battleweight title.
That's going to be a fire match. Trust me.
And we got Steve Pena representing that 5-point title going against Prince Ahmed. He like he could be Mustafa Ali's cousin. It's crazy. And then we got a Survival of the Fittest match representing some of the best of the Fallout Shelter, along with, looks like Brother Greatness has entered himself in it as well. So shout outs to him and the participants in the Survival of the Fittest match. So we're back. And the main event will be current reigning defending Knockouts Women's Champion Masha Slamovich going against Santana Garrett. If you guys do not remember her, she was a part of the Mae Young Classic, also part of NXT. So make sure to come out and support us Sunday, February the 23rd, out in sunny side Queens, New York. So we make our Queens debut.
And don't forget March 25th, 15.
Just announced, believe yesterday, March 15th, Mercedes Monet will be in the House of Glory NYC Arena. So make sure to go and support the other home team. Shout outs to Brian and everybody out at HOG for
And for
giving the
anybody
streets.
and for anybody's looking in to becoming a wrestler, man, check out.
So yes, always supporting Fallout Shelter. Come out and support. If you guys are looking for a new wrestling home, if you're looking to get some training in, make sure to email falloutshelterlic@gmail.com for more information.
And Future Jace will fall out.
And we got once again tentative. Things can change, but what won't change will be Jobber Slam 5, Saturday, June the 21st. It is a little early this year, but it is going to be our 5th annual. So you already know, guys, to be locked and loaded for that. So make sure to save the date for that, along with the other Battle Club Pro shows that we look to have this year.
Mm-hmm.
Any other church announcements before we talk about the Royal Rumble? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Saturday, June the 21st, Jobber Slam 5. You guys heard it here first.
I like that Johnson's early in the summer. That is true. We lot,
Listen, girl, that
yeah.
was the game
Let's let
plan this
human.
year around. We knew that with SummerSlam actually being in our backyard this year in August, it's gonna be 2 nights. We wanted to kick off summer instead of ending summer this year, so we definitely had that. That was strategic. So just know.
So
We want
like
everybody to enjoy the summer, but we wanted to kick off summer the right way. So
let's get some throwback clips in, for like just the passage to celebrate Black History Month.
Still blowing up from that referee.
Choking him.
Oh, shit.
What the hell, Wilkins?
Good job. I have a newfound respect for Mr. Wilkins.
Oh, spear!
Wow, they need a ref in there. I mean, I can get up and
No, stay put. Yardley's in there.
Here we go. No.
Oh, no!
Good ass throwback.
oh, good times.
Oh, I got a couple of throwback clicks right here.
I did too. I was like, why he do Nick like that? Damn.
I got a couple of throwback pics, videos.
Happy birthday!
Thank you,
So much work for her.
Niggas so horny.
I love me some Faye. I love her to the moon and back.
Oh,
That's so funny.
I got two more. Whoa.
I think it's Bernie, but that was when we first did our first live show.
Yeah, man. Oh, one more last throwback. Yeah, man. That's me in my throwback training days, dogs.
Well, he's still training. Everybody's still going.
Still training.
All right, so as Sir Wilkins will make his way back to the main stage, let's get into talking about the 2025 Royal Rumble. And thank you to everyone that came out to Legends. I heard it was packed. I heard a lot of new faces, old faces. Mm-hmm. It was a good time here in New York. So once again, thank you to everyone that did come out to the viewing party and to support us as always. But myself, along with her, was in Lucas Oil Stadium, along with almost 70,000 people in attendance in Indianapolis. The first of 3 big major PLEs that the city of Indianapolis will be hosting.
Facts. That's good for them.
Which I don't know how WrestleMania is gonna be there. Like they barely got through the skin of their teeth for the Royal Rumble, but WrestleMania,
They're gonna do better.
I
But
don't know, but
but
regardless of it,
congratulations to the 2 winners.
the 2025 Royal Rumble winner at number, I believe, 27, she came in, was Charlotte Flair, which I think everyone, for the most part, kind of felt like that was the route they were gonna go. But the shocker of the evening was the men's 2025 Royal Rumble winner, no other than main event Jey Uso, eliminating Jonathan Cena at the very end to become the 4th member of the Anoa'i family to win the Royal Rumble.
So let me ask you a question.
Go
Yatu
ahead.
was there, right? So
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. How was the reaction when he won?
Yo, everybody, it was like time stopped for like 2.5 seconds, because it was just like, yo, did he just push John, like just push John Cena, like what? But everyone reacted so well, like it was such a, like once we realized that it was like that, like the bell rang and that was the winner, everyone was super excited for him. It was super emotional. They definitely they looped the song at least 2 or 3 times. I don't know if once again on TV that they showed that they played it more. They played at least 3 times in that fucking stadium that night.
We wasn't paying
After he
attention. Like we had
won.
to do the rifle. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
But
muting
no,
that
it
shit.
was I for me it was well received. I think once it came to the last 3, everybody was like, it can't be Logan. So everybody
Okay.
was like, it'll either be John or be Jay.
Okay.
And
So
then once Logan got eliminated, it was like, oh, Cena could really actually still win. Like it was still
okay.
very 50-50. But
Okay.
then when he just pushed him, it was like,
Yeah, I thought Cena was
oh
gonna win.
shit, like he won. Like it was, I felt like it was well received. What about you, Sir Wilkins? How did you
Yeah.
feel
I
the
want to say something
stadium
after your
was?
guys done because okay, I'm gonna say my statement later.
And I think first things first. No offense to people from Indianapolis. Indianapolis has nothing.
Nothing. There's nothing there.
You for real?
No, dead ass. Like y'all talked hot shit about Cleveland. Nah, nigga, Indianapolis ain't not a damn thing.
So the
Nada.
great part about the city, because it doesn't have much to be, let's keep it a buck. And this is not just me talking shit as like a New Yorker.
No.
I literally was asking people who live in Indianapolis. I was like, yo, what is there to do here? There was like really nothing. So this
Like,
isn't like,
legit.
oh, I'm this bougie New Yorker that's talking shit. No.
You're not
There's
Joakim Noah
nothing.
saying that how that what's in Cleveland? Who wants to Cleveland for vacation?
No, that's why, when like after that Friday night, I was just like, nobody could talk shit about Cleveland, because I did not, the way I felt in Indianapolis was like there was nothing to do.
Nah,
like
there's really
nothing.
There's really nothing.
Like, in all honesty, if you're not there for a sporting event, because they have the Indy 500 track, which is huge. Like that shit is like in your face, like whole blocks of shit. So if you're not there for a sporting event, whether it's be football, and my Lyft driver actually was telling me how the city was right before they had got Peyton Manning to be the quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Like it was like night and day. Like he said to me, he said the Colts, and when they got Peyton, was what gave life to the city again, because there was nothing going on. So like if you not there for anything sporting wise, it ain't there.
So, couple things. Now, I saw the statue of Peyton Manning. That's because it's in front of the arena.
Mm-hmm.
And that it also shows how valuable sports is.
Yeah.
Because Like when I tell people, the people that are watching, people that listen, when I tell you there is nothing in this city,
Nothing. Like I
it
can't
is
trust
to a
that.
point that it's sad. Now, Jaquez said something. Didn't people get stuck at the arena too because of no Ubers?
I want to talk
Now,
about that.
you can go. You tell your experience first.
So here's the thing so it's not like this is the first time that that's happened or people not being able to get Ubers and stuff, because when you go to cities like that doesn't really have that doesn't handle that volume. Like you got to think about it. Let's say even half of the people that maybe commuted by Lyft or Uber, if you think about the inventory of cars, that's less than the people that need them. So the demand was higher than what they could actually produce. So that's the first thing. But I don't sympathize for that stuff because you got to plan for that. Like anytime, like for example, when we went for WrestleMania in Dallas, and shout out to Mania Club, shout out to Gary and Ashante. They had offered buses to and from like a point in downtown because Arlington is 30 minutes from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people didn't realize. And so you gotta really plan accordingly. Like when I stayed for Indianapolis, like my hotel was walking distance from the stadium. So like me and Siendo walked to the stadium and we walked back to our hotel. So like people just have to like really like either buddy up with people or you got to plan for that. You like I remember one time even here, the first time AEW did Grand Slam, it's on the other side of Queens. And I was like, I don't live on that side. So I had actually scheduled an Uber to pick us up at the end of the show. So I had locked in a car service way before the show even had started. So like there's just you just gotta plan accordingly. Like you either gotta
Well,
buddy up with people and be like, yo, can I
but
such and such? Can we buddy up? Or you just gotta plan accordingly with the people you going with too. Cause
but let's be real, Janelle. Who's out there telling people how to navigate in these wrestling cities? Nobody. A lot of people go out there. They don't like a lot of people going out now is usually people that who just now. Some people just say, "Yo, it's my first time at a wrestling event." This that they don't know etiquette. They don't know none of this. We're not out there showing each other, so
well,
we
you
have
know what's so funny
hold
you
on,
say that?
hold
Cause
on, hold on,
cause
hold
people
on.
always message me and like dead ass people will message me and ask me.
Hold on, hold on. There's a very teachable moment. Yo, my nigga Manning. Yo, clip this. Janelle and my brother. What are some key things for people when they're traveling to wrestling shows, to the wrestling shows? It could be for what is some tips that you give people traveling to WrestleMania in these type of cities? Just in general, travel to WrestleMania, a SummerSlam. What are some tips that you could give first time travelers to these things?
Mm. Well, always research the city, research how far the airport is to where the venues will be. Like for instance, when we went to for Mania in LA, the majority of the events were downtown. So we stayed downtown
Mm.
and I knew someone that was also going and he rented a car. So like it's okay to make friends in wrestling. Like this is kind of what it's for too, to have that type of experience. It's a little bit harder when you're by yourself too, but people are always there to help and ask questions. Don't feel like any question's a bad question either. Like I have people that will DM me and be like, "This sounds weird, but can I ask this?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Like it's not weird. You're just trying to find out. But research the city, research the venues. Um, Let me think what else. Also look at wrestling Facebook group, like Facebook groups. Like Mania Club is a great resource, and they have events also during most of the like WrestleMania times and things of that nature. They do suites, so it's really good to be informative. Um, Cheap plug of the Jobbertears podcast Facebook group, but like wrestling Facebook groups
Shout out to
are
Jay
great
Quez.
ways to connect with people that may be going to the show that live out there. Like there was a guy in our Facebook group that recommended me that soul food spot. Like I had like literally like he had posted, like he tagged me and was like, here are two places that I know personally that I think you should hit up. And the soul food spot your brother ended up meeting me at is Shannon Sharp's favorite spot in Indianapolis. Like that ass. Like so it was so like being in Facebook
Mm.
groups, like people that live in those cities, they'll tell you like the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts. So just kind of keep your ears to the streets, but like plan as best as you can, buddy up with people, as best as you can. Because that's what I'm saying. Quite a few people I saw that I hadn't seen in a while. I saw in Indianapolis, so
Okay.
I was just like, okay.
So
So
basically, just a recap is do your research, communicate with people either through different Facebook groups, Twitter groups, different Twitter spaces. Just make yourself available. Just I would say available, but speak out, ask questions. It can't
mhm,
hurt. Hey, listen,
no
people listen.
question hurts.
Like whoever listening out here, you can hit us up and then visuals asking certain questions. How you do this? How you do that? Hey, can we link up here? This, that, third. Blah blah blah. Communicate. So I guess another one I have to add is,
Also know the transit situation in the city.
yep, he
And I
definitely did
think
say that.
that was the
Yeah,
biggest difference for me between Cleveland and Indianapolis. Like Cleveland had a train station at least. Like you was in Indianapolis, you had to cap it everywhere.
I say another big tip that I learned not from wrestling, just in sports in general. Never order the Uber in front of the stadium. Certain times you just have to walk up a couple of blocks all the way up away from the stadium to get an Uber. I learned that after Knicks game. I learned after a Tyler concert. No, a couple of blocks up, you would say, "Oh shoot, someone's coming here right now." Because just to get in that area for a lot of drivers, it's tough. Certain times you gotta make the driver easy, but say, "All right, I may walk up a couple of blocks away from everybody and get the Uber." That's it. That's another tip I can add on to it too. And another thing too is I can add on to is majority of people in wrestling are friendly. Just say hi. Just smile. And this is a safe space for you just to be yourself. We don't like crash outs. We don't like people who do too much there. We like people who chill. Be yourself, make your jokes. You're gonna find friends.
Yeah, so that's just it. But yeah, they had a train system, sis. Like I took the train from when I went for Money in the Bank in Toronto. They had the train from the airport took you straight downtown,
That's
and then
it.
they had a
Thank you,
little trolley
brother.
system. So
That's
yeah,
it.
but every city is different, and you just gotta kind of do your research. And you gotta take the initiative, especially if it's your first time. Like that whole when I saw people posting about that shit, I was just like, they had no idea how people had it bad in Dallas or any other city. People's always struggled to get out of the stadium. So it's nothing new. You just gotta
Mm.
plan better.
Well, I think one of the things that so my experience was a lot different. So when I got out the arena, same thing. People were like, "Oh man, nobody was able to get a cab." There's one reason why I like traveling alone, and as a guy, I can maneuver differently. So I was with Stephanie Hardy and Queen of the Ring. So I can't. I'm a dude. I can just walk somewhere. A couple of for instance, LA. When I went to LA for Mania, I walked 25 minutes. And then I got an Uber. Like my brother said, I walked away from the arena. I just walked, took my time. It was beautiful in LA. Everything was great. I'm chilling. But when you with people, you
You
can't
can't
move
leave
like that.
though. You can't leave. You can't leave them.
So
But like also you gotta know your people.
no. I'm just saying, hold on. If it was just like me and you, but the thing about it, I'm with women, so I want them to feel safe. Because now like, and I'm not trying to be sexist. It's like, yo, I'm with two women. If something pop off, it's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking on a safer point of view.
Right.
If it's like me and a couple of dudes, they're like, all right, we can walk. We should be fine for the most part. And so when we got there, I was like, all right, we here, and we're walking around. We walked a little bit. So my lift was like, oh, it's coming. Then we walked the corner to where we're supposed to meet him at. It disappeared. So I was like, and it started like looking for lifts. So we walk to a corner, and then I see like a dude in his car, and it says Uber on it. So I said, So I knock on the nigga's window. I said, yo, hey, you an Uber driver, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, how much it gonna cost to get here? I got $30 for you. He goes, what? $30 cash. He said, no, I don't know about. I was like, yo, you ain't making the full money if somebody call you. You get $30 cash right now to go about 3 miles. It's only gonna take you like 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, the most. He goes, okay. Cash. So gave him cash. That's why you always carry cash around. That's why another tip, always carry cash
Even
around.
if it's just $20, my grandmother always taught me, always have at least $20 and 4 quarters, because you never know if a nigga got to use a payphone.
Exactly.
Never know.
Have like a couple of dollars on you.
Because that was the other thing. Yo, I couldn't even... The service in that stadium was trash. Like, I couldn't even text your brother. I couldn't even text anybody and be like, "Yo, where y'all at?" Like,
so that's another thing. Like,
it was so bad.
So one of the things I like about traveling with Janelle, if we ever meet up, we know, hey, let's meet at this spot. I'm not leaving you.
Yeah.
So other people don't move like that. And I've experienced that.
You know what it is, though, too?
No,
a lot of people cannot comprehend shit.
Let me finish real quick. So it's like, I always carry a little bit of cash. So that's why we're able to get, because I literally walked up to him like, yo, what we doing? Like, what we doing? We getting, and then like Stephanie and Ash were looking at me crazy. But I was like, ain't nothing happening. If he trying to pull something, I'm punching this nigga in the face in the car.
Yeah, like, you're good. Like,
we fighting. Like, so I was like, yeah, but to go back to the story of being stranded, it was mad heads there. Like, in front of the arena, it was so many people just trying to. But the thing about it, I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, if I'm by myself, it's just me and 2 other people, just walk away from don't walk to a dark spot, obviously. Walk where you see light. Everything is lighting. So these are tips. These are Sir Wilkins survival tips. Walk where there's light all the time.
Oh, another bonus tip. Yo, look up where are the sundown towns in that area. That is a bonus tip I learned recently. If you're traveling, look up, is this area a fucking sundown town? And I'm not saying to be funny. A sundown town is people who don't like people who's not white. You'll feel an eerie feeling. Look it up. Don't be like, oh, yeah, this place is cool. Ha wrestling.
Nah. He's telling and for people that's in the chat, for the people of color who are in the chat right now, this is super important. Sundown towns is what my brother said is literally places they will try to hurt you because you're a person of color. Now, most arenas aren't by sundown towns that I know of.
And this is why your hotel too. Look where your hotel's at too.
Yeah, because that was another thing too. And I will say, because of the demand, hotels like in the immediate downtown area were wild expensive.
Wild expensive.
Like, so a lot of people I know for a fact, like if you weren't staying at like the Resurgence hotel or like a hotel walking distance, niggas was staying by the airport.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Like, if you're going to travel to these places, first of all, know who you're traveling with. So if you got homies that don't want to walk
or disappear,
I always say this: know what you're dealing with in advance, so you get no surprises. So that's one of the tips. Know who you traveling with, because if they don't like to walk, you can't walk because you can't leave them.
Yeah.
And so I think, but the thing about it is, like Janelle said, you got to plan in advance. You got to know where your hotel is. How far is it from the arena? Is it walking distance? A good way to do it, and Janelle mentioned it, maybe schedule the Uber in advance, because that's more likely for you to catch an Uber without having to worry about waiting. Because that shit does work. I tried that shit. After Janelle did that shit at that AEW, so I said, ooh, this is a tip, my niggas.
Yo, it was so funny when I did it. Yo, Mikey was like, damn. And I was just like, yeah, nah, I ain't playing that. And it was crazy because I think both of us were off the next day. So it wasn't even like, nigga, like, had to be in a complete rush to get home. But it was just like, nah, I'm not about to be outside on this side of Queens like that. I don't know, because
it's too much. But once again, I think we all saying the same things. Know where your place is at. Know what area it is. If you are stuck, be prepared to walk a couple of miles, 1 or 2 miles away from the arena, because then you'll be able to catch an Uber.
Yep.
And you just got to be strategic, smart about things, and ask questions. Ask questions of people in groups like you mentioned. Be open to talking to different people, like, because you don't want to be like, I know for a fact I'm gonna have to schedule an Uber when SummerSlam comes to New Jersey.
Just take the train.
No, I'm not taking that train, my nigga.
No.
Like, I don't think you understand.
You don't.
The New Jersey Transit, for people who are coming to New Jersey.
Don't do that, because I'm taking New Jersey. Every time I done gone to MetLife, I done taken that train. Don't do that.
No.
And that came off of the very first time when I had went for WrestleMania 29, and it took me over almost 2.5 hours because we took the bus because a bitch had no idea about a train. So no.
That shit gonna be extra packed. It's gonna have long ass waits, but be prepared for that. The nigga like me who live in Newark, I can't wait for SummerSlam. Cause it's you know what? It's in my backyard. Literally in my backyard.
And the thing about the New Jersey Transit too, what people don't understand is out of nowhere, it'll just stop working.
Yo, son.
Oh, it tell you though. No, don't do that. It tells you. It says the train will stop running an hour after the show ends. It tell you that.
No.
Are you looking up the train times? Because I did that for the last time I went to go see Coldplay at MetLife. And I said, oh, let me check the train times. And on that bitch, it said the trains will run an hour after the show ends.
No.
What you're not catching what my brother's saying.
No.
The New Jersey Transit, from experience, is trash. You will get on that shit, and then somebody spill water on the track, like a drop of water. That shit break down.
Yep. Like how it was so bad. Like last year, I think around like September or August, they said, "Yo, listen, our bad for fuck it up. It's a free ride for like a month or something like that."
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that ride, but you know what? I didn't like it because I already paid for my monthly ticket.
Exactly, like it's that bad. Like,
look listen, my man right here said this. My man Lonnie said it right here. It is hot garbage. The only reason why I continue to take it because it's convenient.
Yeah. Yep.
Like a snowflake falls onto the tracks, nigga, we is done. But to move on, back to my experience at the actual show.
At the actual Royal Rumble.
I want to say this. WWE is making too much money.
Yo, that Superstore shit was crazy. Let me say something to you. That Superstore shit is crazy.
So, first of all, me and Janelle walk to the Superstore. We go to the Superstore. We go in. Janelle can't bring her bag in, but then she lies and say that it's a medical bag.
Actually, Wilkins lied for me because I don't have it in me to lie like that. I just try to be like, I just
no. He asked, is that a diaper bag or medical bag?
He did ask, and I just stood there and I let the man talk because I'm just gonna sit here and be like,
and I just said yeah. I didn't say which one it was.
Yeah, he didn't. He just said yeah, and then we just walked on in.
We walked in. So we walk in. It stinks in there. These niggas stink. All these niggas stink, boy.
There's no central air.
There's no central air. These niggas stink, and these niggas look nasty. They stink, boy. And it's like, yo, I know it's a select few of you out here, but y'all stink.
Yeah. It's the long beard wearing shorts in the wintertime dudes.
Yes. Y'all stink, and y'all got flip-flops on in the cold. With your
and
toes
no jackets.
Out. No jacket.
No jacket.
Stinks. So we get in there. It's crazy. So they have the Superstore and also Fanatics where you can do the
meet and greets on the other side.
Same place. It was the most organized chaos I ever seen.
Absolutely.
I bought some socks. She bought one thing, and we got the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, we said we out. It was too much. Because that line had wrapped around like 2 or 3 times, and we was just like, what the fuck? We was like, are they selling crack? Like, why are all these people on this line like this?
But it just shows you the level of like, they don't have nothing there. And when they get something as big, it's such a big deal because me and Janelle were talking about when you got out off your plane and you're in the airport, it was covered in decorations of the Royal Rumble.
Like you can make your own fan sign
Yup.
in the airport. Like once you came out, they had this little setup thing where you can create your own sign for the
Yup.
show.
I
In
thought
the
that was at
airport.
Fanatics.
Nah, it could have been.
No.
I didn't see it there, but that was in the airport.
That was in the airport. Like you walk out of
Like
there.
you're going towards baggage claim and exiting to get your lift and leaving the airport, and they had like a little section made up right there, and then a little past that they had like posters all around like the Welcome to Indianapolis sign of all the WWE superstars in the Royal Rumble.
Absolutely. But the thing about it, regardless, it was something like you felt like WWE took over the town.
Yeah, it was a big deal. Especially even down to the street names things. That was
Yeah,
cute.
I seen that. Yeah,
that was really
cool.
really cute.
That was cool. It was legit a cool thing. Like, but it just showed you they ain't got nothing, bro. They ain't got nothing in that city. But when I was in the arena, I was like, yo, it's like almost 70,000 people here. And it was legit almost 70,000 people because every seat was filled.
From the rooter to the tutor, like where I was sitting, I was kind of in the middle, so I could see up top and I could see the floor very clear. And if you turn left or right, there was nothing left.
It was
Like
covered.
I woke up that morning, like I woke up, Cienda woke up. I turned to her, I said, "Bitch, I'm about to buy these tickets. Don't worry about it. We about to get these tickets right now because they started going." Niggas was buying tickets that morning still, like resale, crazy. So
you know what it is? Oh, okay. Reason why I asked how was the experience in there completely because even at the bar, people love when Jay won. Charlotte Flair, people was more like, I guess it was just like
we
okay.
knew, but it was just the fact that I like that they did that. Roxanne has now the longest time in the Rumble. I did like that. For her.
Another thing y'all missed. They had trackers on the bottom.
We saw that. We saw it in the everything, y'all. Because I rewatched it when I got back the next day because I wanted to hear commentary. Everything y'all saw, we saw in the arena.
Stop
so
playing.
The ticketer thing. So when it was like up next or how many people eliminated and like
that was such a cool.
That was the hardest thing.
Yo.
Production wise, I've ever seen in wrestling.
I never seen that shit. I remember like I was leaving the all black show. I was on the train, whatever. I was watching it. I was like, okay, I saw the I was like, there's trackers, everything, time elimination, time. I was like, yo, I didn't know they had a Yaxi at arena.
We saw
That's extra cool. Okay.
No,
and then every time the countdown happened, they would clear the screen, and then the countdown would be on the screen. Like everything y'all saw, we saw. Which was really good.
It was a dope way of doing it.
Because that actually doesn't happen
It
at
doesn't.
all.
Okay, so reason why I asked that because the streets are saying that Jay should never won.
Well, the streets don't know what they really want.
I'm just saying.
I think it's the internet streets. And it's the people who talk the most shit who are the loudest.
Because this is what this person said. Look, go ahead.
LA Knight was just as over as Jay in 2023, and they gave him nothing, no Rumble, win, no money, run briefcase. But then they gave LA Knight the U.S. title match at SummerSlam. Okay. Meanwhile, Jay gets a title shot after title shot and gets the main event WrestleMania. Yeah, no, this was just people that want to complain. These are people that complain about because the person they wanted to win didn't win. That's all that's about. Because I'm sitting here like, yeah, LA Knight didn't get a run, but he definitely won that U.S. title. And he definitely took it off of Logan Paul. And that definitely happened at SummerSlam. So what? What are we really mad about?
But then, so
what?
from my point of view is he was more deserving than Cody. Like, Jay was more deserving than Cody. The second time around, Cody came back, had one match that he won it. Oh, I came back from injury and won it. No, Jay was here since the pandemic. And people forget, Jay got arrested for DUI twice. So he had to overcome his own demons. He kept on striving through. And I don't like the fact that people call him you let a tag team wrestler win the belt. Bret Hart was. Shawn Michaels was. Undertaker was. Shall I continue? The biggest crash out in wrestling, Jeff Hardy was. Y'all be dick riding this nigga until the end of time. But when Jay win it, oh, it's nepotism and stuff like that. His daddy wasn't even a world champion. He was a mid-card at best.
But that's what I'm saying. I just think it's a whole bunch of people just complaining to complain. Like, listen, I went totally to I wanted CM Punk to win. I'm putting it on. I wanted Phil to get his WrestleMania main event so everyone can shut the fuck up and be happy and live on. So when we're sitting there and we get when he gets fucking eliminated by Logan Paul, I'm like, oh, fuck me. Okay, whatever. And then I'm just like, Jay and John are the last two. I'm sitting here like, yo, whoever wins is gonna win at this point. So when Jey Uso wins, it's like it honestly took me back to Kofi Mania, and that road to Kofi Mania. It literally snapped me. I said, this is exactly how they just did Kofi, and how we ended up getting Kofi Mania, because we didn't see that coming. You know, niggas wasn't asking for it, but really, you know, they wanted Kofi to be in this title picture, but they, you know, it wasn't like a thing like everybody went so hard for until you saw every roadblock he went through, and then actually to go into that WrestleMania against Daniel Bryan to win the world title. It's
And
exactly what they're doing with Jey Uso, and I just think, I think he is. Who are we? It's so subjective, because like, who are we to be like, this person deserves it, this person deserves it? But at the end of the day, like, this is a nigga who has main event in his name. Like, this is they literally are building a superstar in front of us. Like, who are we to sit here? Oh, I mean, yeah, we could deal with some of the part timers, yeah, the Romans, the Seths. So, but how refreshing is it to now have a totally different wild card as the main event for WrestleMania?
Listen, Jey Uso is the most over nigga in WWE right now.
Yo.
And we can talk about LA Knight. Was LA Knight over? Absolutely.
But he ain't got 70,000 people.
Yeah. So we're at a place where, yes, we can say that LA Knight was hot. LA Knight was hot. And LA still hasn't really cooled off. He's still hot. But Jey Uso, right now, for the past year, has been scorching hot. That Bloodline storyline took him to another level. The way his entrance is, where the whole arena is going crazy over it, bro. I'm gonna say this, and I've said this before. I saw people wait hours and hours to see Jay to do autograph signing.
You see Jey Uso? Yeah, though, you was right.
Even the one, and he's talking about even before Royal Rumble. And I even tell you, for Indianapolis, when they did the meet and greets, he was one of like 5 people that sold out in less than a day.
Thank you.
I couldn't even get a ticket.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like we acting like this dude ain't the most over motherfucker in the business right now. Like, he's on another level of like, yo. The thing is, people's like, oh, he doesn't have the work rate. You know what? Hold on. When his match with Gunther happens at WrestleMania, it's gonna be fucking amazing.
But it's funny
even
though
the match
that
they had at Saturday Night Main Event was dope.
It's funny though that the same people, I know who you guys are. I see you guys say that Jay should have won that match. What's the difference him winning that match or at the Royal Rumble? I'm just saying, though, I hate when people use this notion he's just a tag team guy. You always put these fake-ass roadblocks for certain people. People forget. Kofi was tag teaming with the New Day not too long ago, and then he into a single program. No, he's just a tag team guy, ever. One thing that I give Jay credit, right? I give Jay definitely credit. He survived the Vince McMahon days. He made no excuses. He evolved his character. He got better on the mic. I remember the Big Four special you had. You, Ciendo, it was Chris the B. Y'all said it. I'll never expect Jay. I expect Jimmy, but Jay. So it tells you that Jay worked on himself throughout the whole time. Because, again, I don't know why everybody want to go against this guy all of a sudden out of nowhere. I don't understand this.
It's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be at a phenomenal
people are fickle.
Story. And the thing about it, it's a better story that we do it ended at WrestleMania. That he wins the title at WrestleMania. This is a better story than the Saturday main event that you win. It was no disrespect to Saturday main event, but this is what you asked for. These are the moments that you live for. like you said, his part of his name is Main Event Jey Uso, Main Event
Like,
WrestleMania.
how are we gonna? Yeah, like, come on,
So
like Yeet Mania. Like, if that's not a T-shirt, then we
so
are missing out.
let me ask you guys, all three, like, let me ask everybody in the room, including the audience, people who's watching later on, people listening, y'all too. Who is what star who has more crossover appeal than Jey Uso right now on the roster?
I think it's a level. I think LA Knight's up there. I think Roman, obviously. Uh, who else? I think Big E. I know he's not a star. I think he has like tremendous crossover appeal.
But reason why I said that not so much LA Knight, because I don't see LA Knight nowhere else. I don't see LA Knight coming out with these big stars and stuff like that. I see Jay. When the company trusts you with someone who's outside, they trust you. Coming out with Lil Wayne, come out with that. What's that dude's name? I forgot his name. Coming out with all these top rap stars, coming out
But,
with them. I don't see LA Knight doing that. I
by the way,
Well,
don't.
he
Lil Wayne
did
was
that.
fun.
Well, he was kind of like, well, still is kind of the face of that Slim Jims commercial thing that he did, and he had the car, and he was like, the face of that sponsorship. I think they, like I said, I think they pick and choose what works for the actual like individual. Like if they had a rap nigga come out with LA, I'd be like, guys, what are we doing? Like this don't make no sense. So
Like
like
people
I
think
feel
that how
like
he's
they
that with hip hop because he wear Timbs.
I feel
No, he
well.
doesn't.
I'm not always for him wearing Tim's either. So that's a whole different conversation. But I just think they pick on they strategically position certain things for the individual that they know will work for them. And I think with Jay having the momentum, having the fans, having like kind of like that people's chant vibe going on for him, like he can have a lot more people be attached to him because it would make sense. So I just think they should. I think they're more strategic on that than it being like a he's not as popping as this person. It's just like I think there's always a time and a place, and I think that's also the beauty in wrestling and like the time of wrestling that we're in right now. This like wrestling renaissance in a way where you can enjoy it as a fan. Like I literally went to Indianapolis like Phil's winning the end and came back to New York like yo they really just gave him Jey Uso the push of a lifetime. Like I enjoyed the swerve. I enjoyed the match, and you know what? And because I feel like the women's World Rumble matches for the past few years have always hit, they had to come hard with the men's this year.
True.
They had to. They had to show out this year for that. So no, it was really cool. Real quick on the women's side, I loved that I feel like a third. It almost felt like a third, but a lot of NXT women were on the women's Royal Rumble, like Lash, like Jada, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia. I love that they were able to get a lot of those girls in on that match. But we could have definitely did number 30 a little bit better, y'all. We could have
Oh,
we
I'm
could have
saying it was
really
trash.
we
What's
really
what's wrong
could
with
have had
3?
that. We could have went back on the drawing board on that one because yeah, no, we didn't need that. But once again, Charlotte Flair, I believe I think she's making her decision sometime within the next week of who she's facing. She went on Raw. Went on Raw this week. She was on NXT on Tuesday night, and tonight in real life time, she'll be on SmackDown to see if she gets inspired by Miss Tiffany Stratton. And so, who do you guys think she's gonna choose?
Who?
The money
Charlotte.
Charlotte?
match, honestly, it's her and Reba. Reba. You know what I mean, y'all. Sorry.
Reba? You said Reba?
Yeah,
You said Reba?
my bad.
I was like, what? Who that?
I don't want Tiffany.
I
I
do.
want
I
give me
want
Ripley.
Moonsault versus Moonsault. I want it.
Nah, I want Ripley. I want Ripley.
Well, either or makes sense just because the Rhea thing, they're 1-1 now. So, like, when Charlotte beat her for the NXT title at WrestleMania, and then the WrestleMania LA, she beat Charlotte. So, they are kind of like at their finale.
I
So, I
mean,
wouldn't be surprised if she went that route. But I would want Tiffany because I feel like it would give Tiffany the opportunity to be put over in a way that more than validates. Because I think every time she's upped her game every step of the way. And I feel like her going through Charlotte is definitely something for her legacy. So I would either or actually works. I just her trying to front like she was gonna pick Julia. I was just like, girl, that girl will out wrestle you. Don't do that. That ain't it. That's not the smoke you want. Please
I
don't
just
do
love
that.
they were trying to make her a baby face and it didn't work.
On any show,
Like
at any show.
it's like, yo, they've been trying to make Charlotte a baby face, but Charlotte be winning too much, son. You can't baby faces can't win too much, bro.
Yo, like, and it's like because it's crazy. Like I missed her because it was just like you need that kind of like player involved that everybody hates and loves at the same
Yeah.
time. Oddly enough, so it's not like she isn't missed, but it just is like, listen, she got to embrace this heat. Like she has to.
See, listen. There's certain people that can't be baby faces because you can't. It's not convincible. Like, I'll give you some examples. Number one, Charlotte can't be a baby face. That's just what it is. Like, people just don't like you. You're way too much of a winner. She's like Patrick Mahomes of the women's division.
Yeah.
Like you're winning so much that now you've won enough to become the villain.
But you know what it is? You know the downfall about it? It has nothing to do with Charlotte. It's all have to do with Vince. The whole little back and forth thing she had with like Mercedes Monet, that whole back and forth, one person had a title, this person had a title, it definitely racked it up super quick. And that put a bad taste in people's mouth. If they had spaced it out, her winning the title, had it spaced out with John Cena, it would have been cool. But it was just so like, all right, bro, you ODing, dog, son. She already had the belt 7 times already, dog. Why she need an 8th time and stuff like that? Her getting his record, let's say she does, eventually she will. It didn't feel like we had time to really enjoy her reigns. They were like, no time to breathe, none of that shit. That's the issue. Why there's other women out there who could have got the opportunity. Yo, Charlotte got it again. Come on, someone else needs a title too. Listen, niggas, listen. She's a great wrestler. Everything that you want in a wrestler. But it's the booking around her that people just don't like.
Nah, I think it's her. I think she's one of those people.
I kind of co-sign with your brother.
I think
it's
she's
her.
one of those people that people don't like. And it's not like there's certain people that you just like. We can say John Cena. Yeah, John Cena had a bunch of title reigns, but people still didn't like him because he was winning too much. The kids liked him. It's just that the difference between Charlotte and John Cena, the kids don't fuck with Charlotte either.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
You know what's crazy? I feel like the best received she got this week was from NXT.
So let me ask you guys a question. Y'all was there, right? Y'all was there when she won it. How was the kids looking, dog? How was the arena when she won it?
They weren't happy.
It was pretty, it was mid. It was pretty mid.
Nobody was popping for her to win.
Like, but I think another part of it was because niggas went into it, already preparing themselves mentally that she was gonna win. So it wasn't. There was no shock value. There was no like dead ass. Like that was the whole atmosphere in
what about
that
the kids?
stadium.
What about the kids? Did the kids
I'm
pop?
telling you, they weren't.
Everybody was mid. It was just like, okay, let's move on to the next thing.
Yeah, because
it really was like, let's wrap this up because
you
we already know what's gonna happen.
You have to understand. The kids say aura all the time. She doesn't have that aura of a baby face. Like, really think about it. Like, really look at Charlotte. Look at her body of work. There's not an aura of a baby face.
And it's hard on top of that, it's hard for kids to invest in that because kids don't necessarily, they know the difference between good guy, bad guy. And most kids, they like the good guy. They don't like the bad guy.
Somebody said it perfectly here in the chat. Charlotte is that rich kid who happens to be good at everything she tries, so it pisses you off. Charlotte, and the thing about it, there's nothing wrong with that. Charlotte's the definition of like, yo, I'm good. I'm that chick.
And I know I'm that bitch, and y'all mad that I'm that bitch.
Exactly. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. She was trying to cut a babyface promo. And it turned into, nigga, I'm better than all y'all niggas.
Yeah,
anyway.
Fuck all y'all. I'm still the queen.
So Hako, people like Ray Orton rock though. But then no. I take that back. Ray Orton was not automatically rocking all the way through. Like he worked his ass off. So like I take that back.
It's
I
one of
take
those
that back.
things. Like
I
I
take
even
that
give you
back.
another example. I even give you another example, right? One is a little bit of misogyny because niggas don't like confident women.
Nah, they don't. Mm-mm.
They just
You too
love
mannish.
they,
You too
they just
mannish.
love a low confidence chick. That's one. That's one. Now, number two, Charlotte at the press conference was like, she was trying to be humble, like, oh, I'm back for the fans. Oh, I'm this. I've been waiting for that. But then she still was like, yo, I'm that bitch, nigga. I'm back. The boogeyman back. The boogeyman back. Y'all hear me? I'm back. And I'm back to take the belt. Oh, there's NXT, there's Raw, there's SmackDown. I'm winning one of these
I got
shits.
options, bitches.
I'm winning one of these shits. It's literally like, that's what it is. But there's nothing wrong with that. But when your level of confidence is so high and you have this aura of being that chick, it turns people off. And it's
People
and
gonna
I
hate
think
regardless.
I love
Yeah.
her. I love Charlotte. But we got to keep it a buck. She's not a baby face. And there's nothing wrong with that. They have tried so many times to make her a baby face. And the shit don't work.
No, it never do. And I feel like she be wanting to try it. I feel like every time they attempt to do it, it's because she wants to. I don't even think it's
Yeah.
on some. I don't ever think it's them telling her like, "Yo, this is a great idea." I think it's her being like, "Yo, let's try this. I want to be a good guy right now." And it's just like, "No, bitch, that's
Yo,
not what you
listen.
are."
Listen. It's very hard to invest in somebody that every time they come back, they have a different face.
It's the same face. She just upgraded a few things. Y'all gonna have to let that go. She look better.
Dogs.
She look better.
Dogs.
It's
Dogs.
fine. I don't think it's a big
Dogs.
deal. I don't
Listen,
think that's.
I don't either. Like I'm just like, listen.
I think
It is what it is.
the biggest thing for me is that she keeps coming back and she keeps winning. People don't like that. Like what you said earlier is like,
Well,
we knew she was gonna win.
Well, like Stephanie Hardy said that because Charlotte Flair is a nice person in real life.
That doesn't. But the thing about it
real
doesn't
life
matter
ain't what's being presented in front of a square circle.
Just
And
like
we
with
think
the
about
Miz.
apples and oranges.
But
Just
the thing
like with
about
the
it, you have to
Miz.
look at the bigger picture and people and just people in general. I'm not talking about her as a human being because I think Charlotte's probably the sweetest woman in the world.
Oh, we don't know her. We don't know her.
But let's go off what Stephanie just said. If she said, "Yo, she seems like a great person. She's a nice sweetheart." Yes, but it goes back to the initial conversation we have. People don't like winners. If you're constantly winning, and then you know you are that person, I don't care if you nice. I don't like you.
Again, I think it's more to the booking, dogs.
I think it's the booking.
You know what? I give you the example and we'll move on. Mr. Black, think of it how people see a brother. It's the same. It's the exact same thing. Where we know where his heart is and we know how he is, but because of the success and because of how it looks perception wise, people don't like that. And it's not so much of the things the individual. It's they think it's the individual, so they gonna hate on the individual.
Hear me out. When it comes to my brother, that's his own fault. His own fault. He just being himself, but people just don't like it. Cool. You feel me though? He just being him. People can't control that. Charlotte.
But
if she's
a
hold
good
on, mama.
person.
Hold on. It's the booking. It's the booking that a lot of fans just don't like her because she always wins. That's the thing. If you separate the character, like I don't know her personally though, but when I look at the book, I look like, dang, she always fucking wins. Like even when like she's supposed to lose against. Look, one thing that I always respect John Cena when he was supposed to lose, he lost. RVD, CM Punk, he lost those key matches. When it comes to Charlotte, she should never be Asuka. That's the thing. She always that type of person, and booking put in position to be that boogeyman. That's the thing. So it's nothing that she really doing wrestling is wrong. She's just showing up and kicking ass. If you don't like me, fuck it. I'm gonna pivot. I'm not doing nothing but do my job to the most optimist level. That's it.
Her
It's
job
the
ain't
booking.
to be a baby face though, so I think
She
that's
ain't
just
a
really
baby
what it
face.
is.
There's certain I'll give you 5 people that ain't baby faces. Randy Orton can't be a
Randy
baby
Orton
face.
is at the top of that mountain.
This nigga's an evil nigga. That's just it. And I love Randy, another guy that I love, but he
Randy
an evil
is
nigga.
at the top.
He just look like an evil nigga. Charlotte just look like an evil nigga. Then we look at Tommaso Ciampa. I can't believe you a babyface. They be trying so hard with
that
this.
was
Yeah.
the worst thing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, I don't believe
Yeah.
you. We need more people.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody is a babyface.
He teeters the line.
Dogs. That match,
it's a
son,
seesaw.
I hate that ending, dogs. My nigga beat you up for the whole match. Terrorize you. At the very end, you got up, come down, mad fast, hovered over him. And no. You know what kills me? What they said? Oh my gosh, due to all his injuries. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be out this week. My nigga, son. What about Kevin Owens? This is going to count on Monday night.
Kevin
But the only person. But the only person. But listen. The only person that ever come back was like Cody Rhodes. Mysteriously, his injuries disappear. Dwayne said this. Shout out to Dwayne. Shout out to him. He said, "Oh, it was the adrenaline, dogs. Now one selling. Now I go, oh, none of that. You champion over 2 belts. You got your ass whooped. No effects. Nah, Cody. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you."
That's how you feel?
Yes.
Nah, Cody. Fuck you.
Right. Like, don't clip that. We
son,
don't condone
son, that shit got to be tight, son. No. Cody Rhodes the person. I don't know him. I know he's a great dude though, because he does a lot for like different communities and stuff like that. I love him personally. That's one of my favorite wrestlers. But nah, my nigga, Cody the wrestler, fuck you.
So speaking of Cody, random. This is off subject. I had a little AEW insider, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Was telling me about Ricky Starks.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Are you allowed to say this?
Oh, I'm allowed to say it.
If he was about to say it, then yeah, you.
So no.
This is somebody who works at AEW, and he was telling me. This person was telling me about Ricky Starks.
Mm-hmm.
So Tony Khan is really petty. And I understand. He moves like a mafia. He's trying to move like a mafia nigga, but he's soft. So he's really upset that Ricky and Cody have a close relationship.
So he's jealous.
Yes. That's number one. Number two, Ricky was supposed to sign an extension.
I did hear that. And he didn't. I heard that.
So since then, Tony's been like, "Oh, really?
Like you don't fuck with me. You don't fuck with me the way I thought you fuck with me." I had heard that months ago.
Yeah.
Low key.
Like he was dead ass was supposed to sign an extension.
Because it was around the same time, I think everybody that was at that end of that 4 or 5 year mark deal situation was getting re-signed. So it was the same. It's the same kind of scenario like what Aleister Black is in right now.
Yeah.
Where they wanted him to extend the contract, and he was just like, "Nah, we not doing that." Like,
yeah. So
I can go on that.
Supposedly, when Ricky Starks and Big Bill got the title, the reason why they got the title was because FTR didn't want to lose to the Young Bucks because they don't fuck with the Young Bucks.
They didn't want a job to them.
I don't understand, but they just don't fuck with them. Also, Edge or Cope, which is a horrible name till this day.
Adam Copeland.
No, his name is Edge.
Edge.
Forever Edge.
Edge was dead ass in Tony's ear talking shit about Ricky.
But it goes back from when I see it. I knew that fucking promo they did was the beginning of the end.
Yup.
I knew it.
And also FTR.
You could tell that what Ricky had said had really struck a nerve in that nigga, and he mentioned it on the Chris Van Vliet interview. That's
when I knew that story was true. When the person told me, because I was like, "Oh,
what story?
The story I just said." Because
no. What did Edge do? What promo?
The thing on Dynamite. You don't remember the promo they did when they went back and forth, and Edge tried to call him a family dollar value of The Rock. You remember that?
I don't remember it. It was so long ago.
I'm gonna send you the clip.
Yeah.
It was a good time ago.
It was, but that whole promo encompasses their relationship, because they really don't like each other. But the thing about it, FTR and Edge are close. They're like really good friends, because and I understand why FTR is close with Edge, because Edge got them to WWE. So they have a good relationship. Also, FTR, especially Dax, be in Tony's ear all the time.
You know what I hate?
But the thing about it,
I knew that was the
so
beginning.
this whole relation, the reason why, like, yes, Ricky be talking his shit and be like explain and be like, be very vocal about things. The real problem is that Tony's at a point where he's like, yo, fuck everybody. I'm gonna be petty with all you niggas.
You know what I hate? And this goes back to what I always say, and niggas talk shit about Vince McMahon, is this is what happened when you don't know your own value. You have high self-esteem but low value. Tony Khan has everything what an owner would love to have. Brian XL, Hugh Janelle, Joe Kim. Every material he has, all these owners would love to have, and he knows that. Have access to wrestlers, dine with them, this, that, or third. Those are shit that's like, yo, he's lit. You feel me? People outside, oh, look at him, he's it, blah, 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 blah. When we have low self-esteem, I call it the Ack effect and the Drake effect. When you go around people that you admire so much, you lower yourself to make niggas feel comfortable. Because at the end of the day, this is your company. You know how much Ricky is worth on the open market. Edge is a dinosaur. In a couple of years, he got to be out a couple of years. You feel me? All the best years you get out of Edge is right now. But Ricky, you get a whole other 10 years. You get a whole other 10 years with these other wrestlers. You understand? But you listen to these dudes who are basically don't have no self-value. When Cody said, when people ask everybody, hey, you want me world champion? No, I'm comfortable being right here. So that means that you will make sure that anybody who gets you in the way, make you a little bit uncomfortable, you trying to get them out the fucking paint. And that's the main reason why, sad to say it though, AEW might go out of business in a couple of years. Because at the end of the day, what you're doing, all y'all doing is sucking each other dicks off because it's cool. High-fiving the boys to pop the boys in the back instead of building an audience. But yo, listen, AEW is not for the regular fans. It's for more of the incels. Niggas that have that, who don't get girls. Niggas that have that, who live through other people's success instead of their own. That's the problem. AEW could have been lit. I see why Cody left. Because a lot of people who function on very low vibration. That's a low vibration company. It is.
Well, also Kenny talks shit about Brandy, supposedly.
Why?
And
why,
Cody got into a fist fight with Kenny. But nobody wants to talk about that. I'm not supposed to know this. But
this is a clear example. This is a clear example. You see this?
Worst, bro.
But listen, my man Cody had to
listen, my nigga Cody stood on business and said, I'm out. And we said this numerous times. The moment that he left, it was like playing Jenga. That was that piece.
Yeah.
When you took off that Jenga shit, that it made everything fall apart.
And it just shows you, like, yo, how these niggas who are low value. You know one thing? I'm gonna get off my house off of this. I hate when niggas call themselves alphas. I'm an alpha. I run shit. Da 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 da. This that. I got money. This that and third. But bro, you lack discipline. You lack self-control. You lack you lack value, but you always want to press around that I got this. Young Buck's another definition. We got sneakers. We could do this, that, third. Yo, you're a grown ass man with frat boys. Half these niggas are fucking fake anyway, dogs. Y'all niggas don't know how to operate nothing. Y'all happy that y'all got this. They just shit on niggas who shit on you in the past. Like I can't feel that, son. Why would you do that to a man who's up and coming, Edge? Why would you do that to him? Because WWE, you face certain things like that. When some people will try to press you, what you did, you turn around, did the same exact thing, but you always talk about, oh, wrestling is a cutthroat business, that, third. But you continue on these bad habits in wrestling. So how you making wrestling better?
We just gonna continue to say hashtag free Ricky Starks because this
That's
shit.
it.
Yo,
free
no,
Ricky,
listen, my man Ricky Starks ain't do nothing.
Edge, I said, nah. I knew that fucking promo was the beginning, and I
Listen, my
knew
man
it.
Ricky Starks did nothing wrong, but support a friend.
Yo, that nigga,
Nothing
he
wrong.
definitely OD'd on Edge, and it was but it was mad funny, and it was just like, yo, the Edge trying to come back with him, talking about he looked like a fake ass Rock, and I was just like, that's all you gotta say?
You corny, Edge. You corny,
That's
Edge.
what you gotta
Little dick
say?
nigga. You
That was your
corny,
comeback,
son.
sir?
You
But
corny, son. You
it's just
corny,
that's funny.
son. You
That
corny,
you
my
connected
nigga.
the dots for me on that one because I definitely was
Nah,
like,
son. That shit is corny,
Nah,
son. You corny.
it's that's just the reality of the situation. Like it's
I
just
can't wait for the
just how
Resurgence
it's just
EB.
it's like I said before. Before I knew any of this, I knew what it was. This is politics. He doesn't like from what I'm gathering and what been told to me. He doesn't want to play politics.
Why should he?
So, but that's the reality of wrestling in general. It doesn't matter what company you go to, because remember, wrestling. The way I look at wrestling is like having a corporate job.
Yep.
If niggas like you, you get promoted. It's a little bit of hard work, and then the other part is like if niggas like you.
just people fuck with you. But
Yeah.
all right, real quick, this week in wrestling, Monday Night Raw, once again, Jey Uso kicked off Raw. We still do not know. Who do you guys think he will choose? Because, yo, I mean, the first swerve was
how do
him
you feel about
winning.
this theory? I like I saw
The
this theory
first
online.
swerve was the theory. Yo, crazy enough, let me tell y'all real quick. So last night, me and Michael Bosick were watching Impact last night. Like, because I recorded, but I realized it was Thursday, so I said, oh shit, let me put it on. So I watched it, we watched Impact, and he had fucking sleep. But in the middle of that, he goes, yo, mad random. Yo, what if Jay challenged Joe Hendry? And it was during the Joe Hendry fucking musical selection piece during Impact last night. And I said, I'm here for the historical aspect of it, but I still would want him to not utilize that opportunity for that at this moment in time. Like, it would have been like, oh, this is cool, but nigga, you just went through 29 niggas to then just challenge the TNA nigga where you could have just did that at any time. I don't know if I want to go that route.
Absolutely not. That is a complete
Yeah,
waste
I
of
was like,
money.
I don't think you need to win the Royal Rumble to get that title shot for that. So
That is a waste of time. He should not do that.
No, he should not do that at all.
The title that he just won.
But I said the swerve was him winning, and what if the other swerve is him challenging Cody?
Honestly, real talk.
Like, for real, like,
honestly, but okay. Let's say let's play StreamYard booking. Let's say Jay just challenged Cody Rhodes. Who done challenge Gunther?
Whoever wins the chamber.
I know, Janelle, but
dogs,
don't do this, dogs.
Who's gonna win chamber?
No, the question is, we're playing fantasy StreamYard booking. You can pick anybody. Who you think should challenge Gunther?
It should be Jay to me.
But he's saying if it's not Jay.
Yeah.
Then we put LA Knight.
No, I wouldn't go Knight.
I don't know about that.
Oddly enough, the okie doke would be to do Logan.
Yes.
That would be the okie doke.
Yes.
But, which is fine. But I think the match is Jay and Gunther.
Someone said Cena, if not Jay.
So here's the thing with Cena, and I actually
happy birthday, my nigga Gene. Happy birthday to my
happy birthday, Gene.
Happy
Shout
belated.
out to Gene.
Happy birthday, my nigga Jay Quest.
My little big bro over here acting all grown.
Shout out to Miss Awesome Saucy.
Hey girl. But yeah, that actually is the question to the table. How do you guys see that? You know, once again, John Cena entered the Royal Rumble, didn't win, and then came off of the post post show, put his dick on the table and said, I don't even need a qualifier. I'll just be there. Don't worry about it, guys. Just catch me in the chamber.
I think honestly,
do we see John Cena winning the Elimination Chamber, or do we just see him holding out? Are we gonna hold on to this number 17 all year long?
Nah, honestly,
he needs to win the chamber.
If he don't win the chamber, he should pivot him and Sheamus.
Nigga, what? Niggas
Hold
Sheamus.
on. So somehow, I think it was elevate the IC, but he should win the IC title. 'Cause that's the only title he don't have to be Grand Slam. Him and Sheamus. That should be like the second. That would be like a. Think about it. If he doesn't win it, that'd be a great way to him get on the card. That'd be a great way to elevate the IC title. John Cena, Sheamus, who the IC total? Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Money match.
Well, I wouldn't
Money
need Sheamus
match.
in that.
I'm
I think you could
not
just.
doing that to
If
see.
you were gonna do that, I would just do Cena and Braun Breaker. I wouldn't even add
Fine,
Sheamus
whatever,
to that.
cool. But whatever. But then after that, he could feud with Sheamus for a little bit and drop the
This
title to
nigga
him.
just wants John Cena versus Sheamus again, and I think it's the funniest thing.
No, but it's all about you doing your greatest hits right now. Right now, he's on his greatest hits album. Like, hi, here's WWE. Here's all my greatest hits. Why not give him it? Why? Either way, he's going to win the championship. It can happen at any time. That's the thing. It can happen at SummerSlam.
So that actually would be my time to pull the trigger. I actually said that to Michael. Listen, I said I don't.
SummerSlam.
As much as they've been pushing Cena like for the Elimination Chamber last time in Toronto, blah blah blah. They've already sold over 50,000 tickets, blah blah blah. I still think that he won't win Chamber.
Neither.
But I think that if they were gonna pull the trigger, I think they should pull the trigger here in New York.
Stephanie Hardy.
And do the Cody. If y'all want to do Cody and John, I would do it here.
Summer.
I would have John Cena win the belt at least in the fourth quarter of the year to end the year off that way. Because they talking about, so rumor has it that WWE is trying to put together a PLE in Boston as John Cena's last match.
Yeah,
and they would be looking to call it Ruthless Aggression. So that is the current
Why
rumor
call it Word Life?
Thug Life is too. It's
no,
not,
Word Life.
I don't think it's Word Life. I don't think it don't roll off the tongue like Ruthless Aggression did. I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
But all right, yeah. This week, so Raw, Jey Uso opened. What else happened? The newest member and returning AJ Styles will now be a member of the Raw team.
Fire.
First of all, shout out, Michael Cole on commentary. Let me explain to y'all. Even though it could be annoying sometimes, this nigga, I went back and watched to hear commentary, and this nigga, when he talked about Alexa Bliss when she came out.
Hilarious.
He said, I thought she wasn't coming back. The dirt, she said she wasn't coming. I said, damn.
Oh, how you feel about this?
Contrary to everybody going out there and saying, online or whatever, this is where they're going. I know. I talked to a dude to another dude that talked to a dude that said he knew this. I can tell you none of them know. So.
Nigga said absolutely nobody knows. Was that a shade to Sean Ross Sapp?
No. Some people say it was a shade to Dave Meltzer, but basically to me it's a shade to all of them because I've been saying this forever. And I'm saying this forever. Yo, it's somebody sitting in the office making up shit in their head. At any moment, Vince taught me this. I could just change my mind and a flip on the whim. I don't want to do this. We're going to blow up the whole plan and start all over again. So when everybody say, oh, I know where they're going, I see the signs and stuff like that, blah, 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 I go like, shut the fuck up, because you don't know nothing. Just like with Dragon Ball Z. I remember they said, oh, this is not canon. The creator said, I changed my mind, and wrote it in.
That's
when
hilarious.
you are in the creative space, anything's subject to change. You can never predict it. I've been watching television all my life. You know how many times they quote unquote jumped the shark? Because you didn't like it, they just didn't jump the shark. You feel me? It's television. I like, you can't never predict where they're going sometimes. Yeah, a little bit more now, but Vince taught us that, at any moment they could change anything. At
Listen,
any moment,
after CM Punk came back, anything's on the table.
Matter of fact, I even take it back. The fact that Chris Benoit was supposed to be Chris Benoit versus CM Punk for the ECW championship, and he ended up killing himself and his whole family, subject to change.
This nigga went real dark, real fast. Okay. Let's talk about AEW real quick. Wow. AEW as they gear up for Grand Slam Australia
versus Rico? Oh my gosh. What a match. That match was fire, son. That match was cooking everywhere, B. It was cooking
I
with
have a question for
grace.
you. Do you think they should have opened it instead of closed it?
Hell no. Hell no.
No.
Hell no. Hell no. Because
Okay.
everything else is like once again, if you make more wrestlers like Swerve, Rico, you have people where Swerve is not leaning towards more of the moves, but more of telling a story in the ring. And I feel like that's why his match with Rico was so unique because it was telling a story in the ring. A lot of these people, AEW, a lot of other stuff is very like on some like, yo, every match ending in a fucking brawl. I don't want to see that no more. But the one thing I did like with the Gun Club,
Yo,
oh my
I popped
gosh.
so
Me too.
hard
Me
for
Hard,
too.
Billy
hard.
Sons.
Me too.
I
Me too.
popped so hard for Billy Sons. I said, "Oh, this is the breath of fresh air I was looking for."
Son, the entrance, dude, and they turn around.
Yo, I knew from when the lights went out. I said, "Oh shit, Billy Sons is back."
You
That's
see,
so
I want to see
cool.
that match. The Hurt Business versus the Gunner Club. I want to see that because I know that how that, yo, like they don't get more of, I don't know why. The Gun Club is super underrated in my book. That's what I think.
Ooh, breaking news: Jalen Brunson is gonna do the 3-point shootout
Oh, wow.
along with Dame. It had just popped up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Look at
Okay.
look.
And then CP3 and a few others are doing the skills challenge. That had just literally just popped out. The Nets are buying out Ben Simmons. A lot is going on in the NBA world.
But yeah, son, Ricochet, once again, that promo he had on a Collision last week, fire. Listen, y'all may talk about Ricochet. Ricochet is this, Ricochet is that, blah, blah, blah. But he been putting the work in. He probably heard what I said to him. He been putting the lab in right now. You feel me? He getting his shots up every time. So I gotta give respect where like respect due. Ricochet, you're definitely killing it, dogs. No more Ricochet for me. You're Rico. That's it.
That nigga don't know
Moving
that.
forward, his name's gonna be Rico.
But
That's it.
Harley Cameron being being the ventriloquist is actually it's probably the most entertaining thing on AEW Dynamite.
Right.
That shit is so funny. But they're just, they're once again
Stephanie
gearing
Harvey
up for.
asks, how you feel her Mercedes gonna hug? I think it's beautiful.
It's okay, yeah.
It's good, yeah. You know?
She trains, there when she's here in the city.
Yeah.
She knows Red. I ain't got
Yeah.
no, I ain't got
I
no
never
beef.
get mad when signed talents like when signed talent who signed to the big three comes down to local indie show just to show support.
It's
Because
always good. It's always
it's
fucking good.
because like kind of to me is a lot of us didn't have that growing up. You feel me? Imagine if me and my brother, what if like Hogwarts open like we was growing up? You know how many times we could go to Jamaica Avenue and just went down there? It's right there from my house, like the 85, right there. It could have kept a lot of us out of trouble, son. So I love that shit, dogs. I love it.
So they actually finally announced this week that the AEW grandstand will be following the NBA Saturday night festivities.
That's
I don't
They
know why.
finally announced the time because I think that was the only thing people were like, well, when is it coming on? Is it going to be on Max Live? Is it going to be this? So they finally had announced this week that it will be following the Saturday night NBA festivities. So that probably won't hit TV until like 12:30 next Saturday night. So we shall
I watch it the
see.
next day, though. I'm watching the
Yeah.
next day. Yeah. I don't care.
Uh
Oh, another thing. People who talk shit about AEW being on Max, nah, that shit is clutch. For a person who don't have cable and stuff like that, who have Max, the fact that I could just go anywhere where I'm at when I be traveling and just turn on Max and have and I have AEW, I can watch Inside the NBA. That's one of the greatest things they have. Like, so people who want shit on it, who's watching on Max? I am.
oh,
I
good
ain't
for
one.
you.
You feel me? Like when people say that, I'm looking at people like, why are you worried about how other people are watching AEW? Worry about how you watching AEW.
I think that's the biggest difference. I think on their end, it's no real. I guess it's for those that are interested in seeing like the numbers situation of it, and you just don't know like it being on Max. Is it really touching more households? Like, are people watching it more there
But what does it
than
matter
on
to you?
TNT?
What does it matter if it touches more
No, I'm
household?
I'm just saying like that's why people would like the people that are questioning it or asking like, oh, what are you watching on Max or this? It's to see if it being on Max is gaining new people to watch it.
So yeah, because you want to see the growth of the company.
Like, is it like it had them now putting it because. And I think now that we're kind of in a month in on the whole, AEW streaming on Max and things of that nature, and WWE being on Netflix. So now we've had a whole month to seeing like the differences and things of that nature. And I just think there's more people that on the AEW side they're wondering, are new people watching it on there versus is it just another way for people that were already watching it, such as yourself, choosing to watch it on Max versus choosing it to watch it on TNT or TBS.
Exactly. It's wish because the thing about it, I like seeing this stuff because does it show the growth of the company? And because the thing about it, if they listen, I always say it's good for the ecosystem. If they have a good growth, that means companies are like, yo, let's put more money into wrestling. And that trickles down to everybody else.
You know the problem with AEW? It's very hard to make it stand out because they don't do stuff that make them stand out. Like when you look at the merch table, I don't see no Lucha Max. When you look at the merch table, I see no Ring of Honor things. When you look at the website, you only could buy it from AEW shop, but it's literally still on that whole, they operate like an indie company still. So when AEW goes to the town on the big shows, it does not take over the town. You don't feel its presence. You don't see AEW stars going to a Metro PCS. You don't see them going this way, this, that, or third. Yes, they are growing on the internet, but as far as outreach programs, they're not doing it.
And I think that's another that plays a really, really like their marketing team really would have to really relook at things, especially with this Australia show. Because I think a lot of the planning that went into it didn't really, really sit and think about the return on investment and just just having an actual show. Like this is the first time y'all niggas have even touched Australian land and have y'all really looked to see how many households can actually view and watch AEW that's from Australia? So now you playing in another a pot of people that are flying from all different parts of the world to now come to Australia. Yeah. And you got people that's like that feeling a type of way because they had invested in a stadium show and now they're just getting a 2-hour Dynamite. Like people have spent thousands of dollars for a show.
They overestimated their popularity. That's where they are because they're in a place of delusion where they think that they're still. No, I think there was a time that they thought they were still red hot like they were 3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Then I think just recently they've been realizing, yo, we're not the same AEW that it was before. No. You got to give them credit because there's a sense of like, oh, we fucked up. We got to fix this type of feel.
Yeah, because you went from the stadium to now an arena. And then even now you're selling tickets like 2 for 1 just to get people in the building.
Yeah.
You may hate on Cody. A lot of pure quote-unquote wrestling may hate on Cody, but Cody was the only one who's doing shit outside of AEW to bring eyes to AEW.
Well, that's only one because he grew up in that. He
understands WWE that level of marketing that's different.
But I also understand that the AEW tries, but they're not as big as WWE because they're still considered the second brand. They haven't. It's not a place where there's Coca-Cola and there's Pepsi. They're like WWE's Coca-Cola and AEW right now to a lot of casual fans is City Club soda.
True.
That's what the issue lies.
But my thing is, and that's their fault because they don't put themselves in a position to make them get their eyes out there.
You're 100% right.
How that you may talk shit about WCW, but WCW put themselves out there. You feel me? They put themselves out there. Like I saw WCW characters on television. You feel me? Like people forget. Like Sting was all over all these ads and commercials. What happened?
You gotta go.
I have to go.
All right.
We'll wrap up.
Finish up. You guys can finish up.
We'll wrap up. As you were saying, Mr. Black, go ahead.
Yeah, WCW did it. Just to end it off, we got to go off after this. It's just like, honestly, though, son, it's just like, this is why you need people who are willing. There's a difference of people who want to do their job and a difference of people that who see the bigger picture. There's always
Yeah.
somebody going to say that, oh my God, I do my job no matter what, this, that, there, blah, blah, blah. Because I'll give you an example, right? I was at one of my jobs, right? One of my jobs, I'm an usher. One of the jobs I used to do, I was usher, right? And there was a lady that who was sick. And usually the protocol was get people help and stuff like that, blah, 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 and go back to my post. But you know what I did? I made sure I stayed with her and held her hand and talked to her and rubbed her back, make sure she's good. I make sure she got a soda. I make sure she got a water. Anything she needed, I was there right next to her, and I low-key babysit her. Was that my job? No, but that's the right thing to do. And I think that's the difference between Vince and Tony Khan. Vince know how to do the right things. He knew when it's business, but it's right for business. Some people might say that, yeah, he screwed Brett, blah, 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 this, that, and third. But at the end of the day, that was not his idea. Who gave him that idea? You guessed it. What's that dude's name? Everybody don't like Jim
Bruce
Cornette.
Pritchard. Oh,
No, that was Jim Cornette idea. And he said, all right, cool, this was best. And you know what
I like
Vince
Jim.
did? You know what Vince did came up to him? Yo, I screwed you, punch you in my face. Will Tony Khan do that? No. He will run high wrestlers instead of face people head on. And that's it. This is why I forever respect Vince McMahon. I mean, I do like the stuff that he does as far as women and stuff like that. But as far as how he carries himself, he taught me, yo, when you do someone wrong, you got to make it right.
Okay. But yeah, so we got Grand Slam coming up next weekend. We got Elimination Chamber qualifying matches going on
Facts.
as well.
Facts.
I believe what's her name? Liv Morgan qualifies, so she's in the chamber, and I think Logan Paul has his qualifying match with Rey Mysterio next week on Raw. We'll see on SmackDown who will be in the qualifying matches. Um, very very interesting road to WrestleMania. I think it has upon us because
Hell yeah. I'm looking
I
forward
was
to this shit.
very surprised. I mean, I wasn't, but I was surprised how Kevin Owens beat up Sami Zayn. I was like, damn. But I know it's because he probably feel like Sami Zayn didn't protect him at the Royal Rumble. So that it'll be interesting to see what they do with them. Who will Jay pick? Who will Charlotte pick? We will see hopefully in the next week or two. To get those answers. So that was a very interesting. Oh, real quick, when I watched Impact yesterday, so they did announce that they will be doing another live show at Full Sail University.
Oh, yeah.
That is how a partnership works. So they will be doing 2 shows down in Orlando, Florida at Full Sail in a few weeks. They are gearing up for, I think, Rebellion, which is going to be in LA in April. But I had watched the episode last night, and they had this battle royal that's for the number 1 contender for Masha, and Auntie Jazz was in it and
Yeah,
lost it.
facts.
She was in it, but once again, Savannah Evans had won that match, so that was
Facts.
cool. Fucking Axiom versus Ziggy and his brother for the
Was that a
NXT
good
tag.
match?
It was. I thought it was good.
Okay.
I was like, the Axiom and Nathan Frazier by far one of the best tag teams
And
right now.
that's the main reason why I have to say, like, shout out to all these wrestlers that who got fired, worked for TNA, who didn't really bash the company. They only talked about what they experienced and stuff like that. Is now everybody who wrestle who talk shit now look at like, dang, I should have kept my mouth shut because now we work with WWE. That's a big example of just like, don't go on the internet. Oh, just run your mouth. Understand your future that you may have with a company.
But I love the partnership they got going on. They had one of them big niggas that was on NXT to be with Wesley now had a singles match
Yeah,
with
I seen
Austin
her.
Ace, and I
I
fucking
seen her.
lost it.
Yeah.
I tell Michael, I said, yo, back in the day when this nigga was on the Indies, he do this fire ass magic trick right as he was coming to the ring. And
He
I said
did
I've
it.
been a fan since then. So it's so cool to see him. And he put on some weight too. So I thought it was very good. He looks very good right now.
Yeah.
They are also, what else are they doing on Impact? I thought it was cool. NXT fucking yo, they fucking played the fuck out of us playing Fandango's music out of fucking nowhere. And I was just like, are we for real right now?
He didn't
So
come out.
he did. He did. He came out
Dun.
to challenge Lexis King for a Heritage Cup title match next week on NXT. So that's happening. So no, it's a really, really cool partnership that they got going on with
That's good.
Impact and WWE. So I look forward to seeing what else they look to do.
That's good.
And I'm trying to think what else. But no, Rumble was cool. We did go. Shout outs to Ashe Wrestling and Fight and Nat Pro. Big shout outs to Nat Pro down in Indianapolis. They had once again they put on a weekend full of independent shows um down in Indianapolis, and one of the shows they did put on was in tribute to our good podcast family member Terry that unfortunately had passed away last year. So I had the pleasure of meeting his son and his dad. So that was cool. And Matt, shout out to Matt from Black Wrestling Podcast. He was there, so I saw him. Shout outs to Marcos. I saw a few other people. I saw Darius. He was on commentary. Yahya was fucking swantoning off of a fucking stage, and I had to tell him be careful. So it was really cool to see some of the guys wrestle down in Indianapolis, and really
Yes.
cool to see that the independent wrestling scene out there is heavy. Because I said
Mm-hmm.
that Midwest indie scene is heavy. Ohio, Indiana, Chicago area, like Minnesota, like all that stuff up and down that Midwest. They go in. So
That's good.
once again, shout outs to Nat Pro Wrestling and the team out there showing love to Terry in his hometown. So that was really dope. That was right before the Royal Rumble that we had went to the show. Me, your brother,
Oh
and
shoot.
Ciendo was with me and your brother met us there. So
Yeah,
we
that
had
shit
went to the
filled.
show. Real quick, shout outs to Stephanie Hardy, who's also live in the chat. She is celebrating her 5th-year anniversary, podcast anniversary.
Five
So happy
years.
anniversary, my
5
love.
years.
Much, much success.
You know, crazy thing
Um,
about it, Stephanie Hardy is one of those podcasters that who've been kind of around us since the beginning. And shout out to her because she's been consistent, like on her own, doing her little videos, aka Mama Dirt Sheets. You feel me though, son? The fact that she came from Alabama to like go like support here, she gave a Java Slam. She did
mhm.
like she did commentary. Yo, like she's
She
on
got a resume. Listen,
recently,
5
like
years.
recently she did a couple of interviews at Royal Rumble,
Mhm.
and like she's a black woman and she's funny. Like, dang, son.
And to Sean's point, Battle Club Pro is having an open house. So you can message either Joe Kim or myself for more information on that if you like.
If you need information, it's gonna be on screen right now.
There you go. So no, we're really excited. Once again, Battle Club Pro back Sunday, February the 23rd. So in about 2 weeks' time. And once again, we have a list of tentative shows. So we will be bringing back Women Crush Wednesday right after Mania Week. Along with we are kicking off summer with Jobbertears 5 this year. So Jobbertears will be Saturday, June the 21st. You guys are here first. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Save the date. More information will be coming soon for that, along with the other events we do have coming up. So yeah, so we're super excited for what's to come in wrestling. We're super excited to doing different things this year, kind of going back to our original roots of just, bringing on people up and coming and giving them that platform to talk about themselves. So once again, make sure to check out last week's interview with Brother Greatness. As I mentioned to him live to himself, like he's definitely have inspired and trained a lot of people that are currently on the indies. So he definitely had to get some love. So make sure to look out for that interview. Um Anything else? Any last words before we go?
Um,
Super Bowl. The New York Army will never root for Philly. So let's go, Patty Mahomes. Let's go for the three-peat. So that's this weekend, Super Bowl down in New Orleans. And then next weekend, NBA All-Star Weekend in the Bay Area.
yep.
So there's just a lot going on in a month. So, we
All
just
right.
gonna take it day by day.
So log us off.
All right. So we thank everyone for once again hitting us during this afternoon delay of the Jobbertears podcast. As always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. Hashtag Black Excellence. Hashtag we are out.